Hey everyone, this is David at Finish Line Factory, and I'm here at the Boca Concourse Elegance. They have many historic cars here that are in absolute perfect, sometimes better than factory condition. So we are going to walk around, take a look. I've done this the show several times, and each time I always get surprised by some new car that I just haven't seen before and is in incredible condition. So let's take a quick look around. This is a 1934 Bugatti Type 57 Cabriolet. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. It's got like this beautiful dark blue, kind of like an Atlantic blue color. This is the back seat. Like, can you imagine sitting back here? Like, oh, you're sitting in the back outside. Hope it's not raining. Look at this. Interior is immaculate. It's got this beautiful, kind of like a orangey, dark, like a brown orangey interior. Look at this thing. Oh, this is beautiful. Check out that interior. Oh man, wood shifter. I'm not sure what that is. That might be like the handbrake. Oh, this is incredible. All right, this is cool. They actually just started the award ceremony. I wanted to get pictures, but it's about 1 o'clock or so, so unfortunately it's kind of difficult to get good pictures because the sun is so bright that the tops of the cars will be very illuminated, but the sides of the cars will still be very dark. So I'm going to go back and get pictures later, but we can still take video, we can still walk around and check stuff out, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so the guys over at Haggerty, they have their own booth here, promoting the garage and social that they have. It's a car storage facility in Delray Beach, but I wanted you to check this out. Check out this beautiful blue Ferrari Dino. I've never seen it in this color, and it is gorgeous. Look at this thing. You got the top off, the interiors. Look at this, pristine. A couple wrinkles on the seats, but the car's like 40 years old. Like, what do you want, right? Look at these. I believe these are called Daytona seats. It's got the gated manual shifter right there. If I could get it to come on. Okay, you know what? Let me adjust the exposure. Jack that up. There you go. Now you can see it. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. All the switches are so analog. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. Mid-engine, of course. I believe this came with a V6. Oh, yeah. And, of course, they have the best... Oh, that's right. Is this a NART car? No. No way. I gotta ask him. So, NART is North American Racing Team, and that's the Ferrari racing team that was active, I think, in the 70s. And I think a lot of their cars were this color, possibly. I know there's red NARTs. I don't think this was one of the race cars, but I think they're just using the badge to kind of show off and show off some Ferrari culture and Ferrari history. But oh, this is just beautiful. And I just noticed this. You see that right there? That's a garage door opener. I think this car is driven. I think this car is actually a driven car, not just sitting around in someone's garage or someone's museum just collecting dust. And that makes me happy. I like that. Ooh, check this out. 1958 Ferrari 250 GT Berlinetta Tour de France Scaglietti. Like, it's got a long-ass name, but this is a very beautiful, historic race car. I don't know if this is a race car, but it does have a roll bar in the back. Look at that. It's got its own fire extinguisher in the back. I don't know if any of Ferrari's modern cars come like that. Look at this thing. 58, 245 horsepower, 3-liter V12. Look at this. Even the dials are beautiful. Look at this. Come down there. You have this shifter. Looks like a machined aluminum ball for the knob. And it's got, look at that. You know something? Let me see. It's got Ferrari Challenge stickers. This car is driven on Laguna Seca. Okay, good. So this is actually a driven car. And it's in pristine condition. I don't even want to imagine the work that has been put into this car to make it have this concourse quality appearance. Look at this. Start at the front, you have those clean fenders, the vent right there. Moving back, you have those muscular arches on the quarter panel. This is beautiful. Dual tip exhaust, quad exhaust right there. And the wire wheels. Gotta have the wire wheels. Okay, so I think someone at the Boca Concourse watches my videos because a few years ago I was talking about how the Boca Concourse for a very long time only had older historic cars. And I believe last year or maybe 2 years ago they had a small section of newer cars, like tuner cars. And now they officially have a section for cars from like for the 90s, you know? They have, check this out. I mean, this is beautiful. So going all the way down there, they have like cars from the 50s, cars from the 70s. Now they finally have cars from the 90s because these are now historic cars. So you gotta check these out. You know what? I'm gonna have to see if I can get my car in here because this is really good. Here we have a beautiful S15 imported from Japan. What is this boy right here? 1986 Mazda Luce Royal Classic 4-door sedan. Look at this thing. This is beautiful. I've never seen this before. Let's see. An 87 Alfa Romeo Spider. My uncle actually had one of these in black. Here we have a tuned Nissan Laurel pillarless sedan. Look at this thing. There is no B pillar. That looks... How is this? There must be some kind of pillar up here just for supporting the door, for the door hinge, because you see it's not a suicide door. It's actually, the handle's there, so it's front hinge. That's interesting. Look at this thing, beautiful. And of course you got the red Supra, you got a white Supra. These must have a ton of horsepower, probably. Stock, it's actually, believe it or not, stock, a Supra is a very underwhelming car, at least for today. They only have about 300 horsepower. But you're not buying the car to keep it stock. You're buying that car to modify it because you could get, I don't know, throw a few things on there, 400 horsepower, throw a few more things on there, 600 horsepower. And if you want to go wild, you can have 1,000 horsepower stock bottom end. So the 2JZ is just such a legendary engine, and that's why these cars are here. And of course, 94 RX-7 FD with the rotary engine intact. I would assume, you know, a lot of people like to joke about, you know, LS swapping these, but RPF ones. I wouldn't be surprised if RPF ones were the factory wheel. They're not, but you know, they look so good on this car. Look at that. And he's got the FD RX-7 license plate. Gotta have that. Whoa, check this out. This is a 1984 Toyota Celica Supra. So this is the predecessor to the Supra. As a matter of fact, the Supra was actually a trim level of the Celica until they decided to make it their own model. So this is the only one I've ever seen that's in this incredible condition. Typically when I see these, they're old, they weren't very well taken care of, you know, but to see one in such incredible condition instead of being all like rusty and decrepit this is a treat. This is awesome, you know. So I believe, I'm not sure which engine these came with. I think it was the 7M, the 7M GT. The 7M GE, I believe, which is a 3-liter inline 6, but these were kind of notorious for blowing head gaskets. So to see one, great condition, all original, is very nice. Of course, no collection of cars from the 90s isn't complete without at least some supercars, and here we have the 92 Jaguar XJ220. These are very rare. I've only seen a few of them. I think this is the first one in blue that I've seen. I've seen a few silver ones. So the history of this car is pretty interesting. This was originally supposed to have a V12, which is why you can tell like there's so much space in this engine bay, but notice the engine just stops here. I forgot what it was. I think they had some issues getting the V12 to work, and this car just, I don't know, I think they had too many concerns and problems with having the V12, so it ended up having a V6. It was kind of a sales flop, but the V6 itself was actually a pretty decent engine. It was actually a pretty decent car. I guess it just doesn't have that V12, so people were kind of disappointed in the 80s, but it's so interesting seeing this huge engine bay, small engine, and then the transmission is like so far forward on the transaxle. I want to look up a little bit more about the history of the XJ220 because, believe it or not, I mean, I've forgotten so much stuff about so many things. It's hard to keep up with all this stuff. But this has this really sleek aerodynamic body. I just love it. Look at this thing. And look at this. So this is the vintage Florida race cars. Oh man. I believe we have a couple Porsches here. So we have a beautiful 86 Porsche 962. over here is the, let's see, this is a Porsche 911 race car. Let's take a quick look at this one.
Just
oh yeah,
amazing automobiles, and
this must be fun to drive for sure. Rear engine, flat six. Look at this thing. Coming around here, this is a Nart. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is an actual. Wait a second. Sunbeam Alpine. Wait a second.
Thanks for bringing it.
Something. Oh,
Glad you mentioned the touring stuff, Bill.
That's interesting.
I had the fortune to be on a couple of these big Rolls-Royce tours, and
so I think I just learned something new because from my understanding, I thought that Narts were Ferraris, but this has a Nart thing on the side.
It's great.
So.
All right, we had a really special class of
you know about the car?
For the 60th
you know about this car?
I thought this was super cool.
Your friend owns
really
it? So I'm a little
confused
about this because this is an Alpine, this is a Sunbeam, but from what I understand, Nart raced Ferraris, but he has a Nart sticker on the side there. So what's going on there? I gotta find about this.
But our best in class.
We're gonna learn something new, boys. So this gentleman is he's the owner and he's speaking about the car, but Sunbeam right here.
Some people call it an XK.
Look at this.
Some people call
it's got this beautiful hardtop. I don't know. You see the seam here? I think this is a hardtop. I don't think. I think these are supposed to be convertibles. Take a look in here. Got the roll cage, completely stripped interior, no carpets, nothing. But look at that. This looks great. You come in here. You got an oil, some kind of oil tank. Yeah, this is an oil catch can. That's interesting. At least it looks like it. Oh yeah, there's the overflow tank, radiator. 4-cylinder engine.
But also all the front suspension components, the wheels.
There you go. Tow hook right there, tow strap. Extra lights, those look like fog lights. Real nice. Okay, so from my understanding, Nart,
I love
they race Ferraris, but I see there's a sticker
and we've done a lot of driving,
and
those are
so what's going on with that?
Choice
so
if
in
you want a
62,
collectible car that
this
you
car
can go
ran
and
at
do
Sebring in
stuff
62,
with.
and
Because
then under the
they're
Roots
eligible for
livery, it
lots
was
of
actually
great
light
events.
green when you look at the historic photos.
Right.
And then in 63,
Well, here
this
we
car
are with our
ran under
one-offs
the Luigi
in the
Canetti, so the
production
owner of the
class.
car was
Our
good friends with
Excellency
Luigi
class
Canetti
award went
at
to
Nart,
Stephen Bruno
so
for his
when
56
he invited back, he actually fielded the car under the Nart racing team.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you take a look, did you see the...
So this was raced with Nart at some point.
With the Daimler D36 Green Goddess Drophead Coupe, all the way from St.
There you go.
Louis, Missouri.
You heard Brad call this a
So this was actually a somewhat controversial car.
Mercedes-Benz.
I guess.
It's Daimler-Benz, but if it's a Daimler made in Britain, it is pronounced that way.
Oh wow.
This is the official
So this is the
car.
only
Daimler
left-hand
Express,
drive
the
produced
official
exam.
car
The
of
only
British
left-hand
royalty.
drive
You'll
110
notice
Series
the
Harrington
fluting
Alpine
on the
Coupes.
radiator. That is very indicative or significant
Wow, that's incredible.
of it being a Daimler.
The roof of the car, right up above here.
Oh, so the roof of the car is...
I'm saying it
You
right.
take a look right up
This
here.
is bodied by Hooper. Hooper was the coach builder of this car. This car is nearly 21 feet long, nearly 8 feet wide.
Oh, there it is.
There were 6 of
So
these
this car is
built
actually
in
signed.
total.
Yep.
Who
the
signed it?
initial car that was shown, first
Barrington.
shown,
Oh, wow.
was painted green. Ergo, it was nicknamed the Green
Dude, this is
Goddess.
awesome.
These
I
are
had no
just-
idea that
I mean, they're so
that Nart
over the
raced
top.
anything other than
This is
Ferraris, so
spectacular.
this is a
Mark, will
treat.
you
There's a
demonstrate
couple of
the
Nart
cell
Corvettes
bores of
as
the
well.
car? Is that
Really?
So
Okay.
looking at in the 70s,
Okay.
there's a few Nart
This is a
Corvettes, but
European
yeah, so North
car,
American Racing
obviously
Team
not a car meant to
really
be
was
sent
just if you had the
stateside.
money to field
Just
with them,
behind the
they'd
doors,
take you in.
you'll see
Oh, okay,
what
okay.
is what
That's
we would
interesting.
call a
That's interesting.
semaphore
So,
or a traffic
I guess
that
perhaps
was
the most
turn
famous
signal on
Narts
the
are the
car.
Ferraris,
They would
maybe the
flip up
most well-known
and
ones,
actually-
but they actually raced
They
quite a
would
few
flip
things.
up,
Yes.
And they would
Oh, that's
actually
awesome.
be used to
Oh,
indicate
cool, man.
which direction
Thank you for helping me
the car
out.
was turning in.
I love learning about historic race cars and historic cars in general.
If you want to see a couple of cool things on this car, so if you take a look at the
Oh, that's cool.
gas cap there.
How you
I don't know if you can
access
zoom in
the
on
fender
that.
skirt to the back wheel. Very cool.
Those
You're
are the
good.
two,
You act on
two
cue. You
years
know
of the
that.
12 hours.
Oh wow.
Very,
So
very
these are
cool.
the
But a car you
62
will
and
likely
63?
never
Is that it?
get to see again.
So those are the years that it was
here you are,
raced.
the Boca Raton
Oh, that's cool.
Concours Elegance seeing this
And
fabulous
the stickers,
Green Goddess Daimler.
Central
Just
Florida
remarkable.
region and the
Mark,
second over
congratulations
here.
on your work. Great car.
Stickers to the car.
Mark has restored some
So-
of the best cars on the planet.
Wait, how
It
old are
shows
these
cars
stickers?
Literally everywhere.
That was
So Mark,
63.
thanks for being here with us.
So this is a 50-year-old sticker.
Yes.
Wow. And it's I'm surprised it still stuck to the car. They don't make them like they used to.
Class M.
Well, thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Awesome. All right, boys and girls, that concludes today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be heading out and meeting with some friends. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out finishlinefactory.com. Big thank you to the Boca Concourse for inviting me out with the media passes. Greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.